Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get straight into some late night lobbies here. And we are at Fuji with the chicane, on board with myself, and we're going to start straight away. Some people are still on the tea break, so in turn that's going to mean some of us are going to eat shit, including myself, straight into a barrier, manage to hold it and stay sort of towards the front pack to 7. Some people still sitting on the line, so I don't really know what's gone on with some of them, as I said. Probably on the PLT break. So first corner done, and a few of us settled in. Sabre's gone straight towards the front, followed by Dan Blakey boy. We've got Italian in 3rd, and we've got Tony Man in 4th, Blitz you in 5th, Flying Fat Lad in 6th, and myself in 7th, Joker Man in 8th. Joker Man we need to keep an eye on because he's very fast and he's going to be coming for every single one of us in front of him. So no pressure. So still in 1st place then with Sabre. The race is starting to get settled in now as well, so best thing I can do is get my foot down while they race and try and make up some time and get caught up, put some pressure on. I think someone's already gone off. Flying Fat Lad has indeed gone in too deep there, and I've inherited 5th position. I'm going to push on to Tony now in the Mercedes. That crazy livery. I'm going to come out wider for a better exit there, just to try and send it up the inside, hold the inside line. Tony's going to give me plenty of space though, and go for the old switcheroo. Now we're on the very, very long straight for Fuji, and it looks like already New Wave is under pressure from Dan Blakey boy rather straight. I'm sure we'll get back to him in a minute. Looks like I've managed to get the position, so I'm going to move defensive. Just try and hold Tony from diving down the inside, so hold the line and hit the apex nicely. There we go. So that looks like it's position held, and I can move forward now. Head for Blitz U in 3rd. Dan Blakey boy in the KFC livery, making up a position there and moving into 1st place. Very, very fast guy. Spectate him sometimes as well, just to find out some quicker lines, so thanks for that, mate. Blitz U is sort of catching up to the pack. Everyone's sort of, well, top 3 are all about similar difference apart. I'm slightly further back, so we'll see how. I think we've got a bit of braking going on here from Dan Blakey boy. Yep, he's after some Twitch airtime, which he has just received with Sabre's Twitch stream, and now you've got an extra 4 viewers from my videos, mate, so do with that what you will. Still in 4th place then, 3rd, 2nd and 1st fighting. Problem is I'm making too many mistakes and I'm not going to make any time up, and Joker Man has just got by Tony, so that's even more reason for me to start sweating. Home straight then, and there's going to be one long toe down here, and we're getting the old bump draft. Seems to be happening. Dan's looking outside on the grass. It would not surprise me if he went for it. Let's see. Is he going to make a move on the outside of Sabre? Which he has done, and he hit the apex nicely for a good exit. Sabre's got a little bit whirly there. Going to have to hold the line now and hope that he can. Unfortunately can't, so Blitz is going to slide into 2nd place as Sabre's going to fall into 3rd. That bit of racing there should help me start catching up towards the back of the top 3. All the while looking in my rear views for Joker and New Wave. Sabre has just gone really wide there, which is going to give me a chance to get on the back and see if we can do anything with this. Try and keep it nice and clean, no silly moves, and had a look down the inside but thought better of it. Definitely the right thing to pull out there, because you don't want to be ruining anyone else's race as well as your own. So just wait, there's a long straight coming up, so I will be holding off for that, no doubt, not making any moves around here. Stick with him to the main straight and fucking send it. However, this guy though, even with a 1.1 second penalty, is probably got his own plans for me and Sabre right now. So best thing we can do is not race too much and just try and keep it clean so we can stay as fast as we can, because Joker very rarely puts a foot wrong. I mean, I haven't seen it myself. So yeah, he's really good to race against Joker Man, because you can learn a lot just from following him, watching the lines he's taking. A lot of drivers in here you can do that actually. In the tow now, Sabre, and we're gonna look to put it on the inside, coming up to turn 1. Who's gonna brake latest? Oh, I tell you what, I think Sabre got on the brakes later there. He's managed to just hold it round the outside. The grip has just let him down. It's allowed me to pop ahead into third, and he's going to stay on the back of me now. I don't think he's going to make another dive down there. He's going to do the same as me and just try and keep it nice and clean and wait for the right time to send one. I've gone wide there, really deep into that corner, which has allowed Sabre to get hot on the heels of me again. So I'm going to run myself, or use the whole of the track to get a good exit there, just to try and get some good exit speed to keep a tow. But very fast down here, and if you do get a good tow, you can always sling it in, even with the chicane, which is exactly what Sabre's going to do. But I think he's going to go in too deep and end up mowing the grass, which gives me a bit of breathing room. But Joker Man is not at all far behind, so I'm going to have to hit every apex and get every exit done nicely to make sure that he's not making any ground on me. Dan Blakey boy up in first, absolutely smashing it. Getting a bit wobbly there, but that's not going to affect his race overall in any way, shape or form. He's not got any real pressure on. He's definitely outside the tow area. Blitzview in second, myself in third, Joker following closely behind. Crucial Kid making his way up the grid, and Sabre in 6th place. So we did start with 15 or 16 races. We're now sitting at 8. However, it's been a pretty solid race. I know the start was a bit wobbly from everyone, and that is just how it happens, but that's what open lobbies, you know, it's a good time to practice really. We're not going to get any safety rating drops or anything like that. So, final lap then. Still holding it in 3rd place with Joker, very, very hot on my heels now. The last thing I want to be doing is making any sort of mistake on any corners or exits. So it's a little bit wide there. We're using all the track to maximise the exit speed, which is going alright for now. Not much longer left of this race. 7 or 8 more corners and that is it. So Joker Man's just gone purple in the 2nd sector there. Probably got a purple in the 1st as well. I've took a terrible line through there, which has affected me all the way up here, which has allowed Joker to catch on right onto the back. So I'm going to stay on the inside because I didn't want to him throwing it down there then. So again, going to hug the inside again, which probably should have used more of the track, because the exit that he's now about to get is absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. So to the finish line then, it looks like Joker's just going to take it, and I'm going to slip off the podium into 4th place, which is fine. It was a good race, and races like this is always a good way to learn, especially against faster drivers. That said though, I did get 3rd place, so maybe I had a penalty serve. That's awesome, that's fine. Next race then, and we are over at Bathurst, and one of my favourite tracks. Absolutely love it. It is a love or hate track, Marmite or Vegemite, as the Aussies would say. That is definitely one way to go on the start, on the grass for Dan Blakey boy again. Pretty decent start for everyone there, nice and close up the front though. Broccoli Lover leading the way, Sabre just sitting in behind. Then we've got Stoke and myself. Just looking out, this is going to turn out here too wide. Oh, there's a little bump there from Broccoli Lover, which has brought myself and Broccoli off. Unfortunately, we've got very, very dirty there and fell back down. Fallen back down to 8th place. So Sabre's going to take the lead. Stoke's going to fall in behind, and Broccoli Lover is going to manage to hold on to 3rd place, while Crucial Kid sits in 5th. Straight up the mountain now, see who can get the put in the most round here. I'm not going to lie, on my first lap, you've just got to take it easy unless you're in 1st place, because people can brake anywhere, especially on the first lap. As I said, they'll use it as a reference lap if we're not doing much practice. Absolutely chuck it down the mountain now. I love this is why I love this track, because if you nail this, everything just flows really nicely, and it is really satisfying. It's such a satisfying track. Some good straights to get some real good overtakes. You're never ever going to have a boring race at Bathurst. Tricky track, definitely, but never boring. So Stoke in the tow then, in the Subaru against the Vet. I think the Vet is going to really give the Subaru some trouble, although the tow does seem to be working. So what's he gonna? Sabre's gonna go for the inside line and go defensive. Stoke's gonna just stay behind and keep Sabre on the back foot. And now Dan Blakey boy is moving up behind Stoke, and he's gonna have a look to go down the inside, and Stoke's gonna have to brake really late just to hold that line, which he's managed to do. Onto the home straight for lap 2 then. Sabre is going to hold off in first, Stoke in second, Dan in third, Broccoli Lover in fourth, Crucial in fifth, and myself in sixth. So there's been an overtake there, and love the straight. Such a good straight for tows. It's not an easy corner to actually make the overtake though, because it's quite fast. As you've seen on lap 1 with myself and Broccoli Lover, get a bit of a clattering, even the slightest bump, which it wasn't intentional or anything like that, and just those things just happen. The bounciness of the cars in Gran Turismo is something that I do hope they address in the next game, because most cars are spring loaded with flubber on the sides of them. Right, up the mountain, and Sabre's going to get really, really wobbly, which is going to allow Blakey boy to get hot on the heels, and we are moving down the mountain section now, and he's really going to throw it in there. That is some great driving from Sabre there. Blake's obviously braked a bit earlier, but it's not stopped him then coming straight back up towards the back end of Sabre. So going to the Conrod straight now, and that is a great exit from Blakey boy. Sabre's going to make it really difficult for him to go by. Did leave room either side. It was a very late move, but there you go, there's the space, there's the gap. So we're going to jump on board with Stoke and get a good view of this. He's going to let them fight and then decide what he's going to do as he moves into the braking zone as well, and see if there's anything he can take advantage of right on the back of Blakey boy. And right on the back of him is Broccoli Lover and Crucial Kid. So a defensive line from Sabre coming in for the end of lap 2 and the start of lap 3 then. Still leading it, still leading the charge, going very, very defensive. Dan Blakey boy is looking for every option that he might have. Oh, it was a late turning from Sabre, but it's his line to take. I think Blakey boy expected him to turn in a bit sooner, and just look at there's nothing between them. Absolutely, gonna stay defensive again for Sabre, while Dan Blakey boy looks around the outside, and as I was saying on the lap before, that's exactly how it happens. Even the slightest nudge around there at the speed you're going just sets you off. There is no room for error, there's no runoff, so it does sort of keep you on track and allow you to, if you do it right, keep going. But again, it's always going to cost you time. Side by side up the mountain from Broccoli Lover and Crucial Kid, and Broccoli Lover's either held the line or got back ahead, I'm not too sure, but great driving from both, very respectful. While that's all going down, I'm up into 6th place, a bit of no man's land really, having a bit of a recovery race after the accident on lap 1. Sabre still leading the way on lap 3, and absolutely going for it. Down the mountain, Stoke holding nicely still in 2nd place, so he's had an overtake somewhere. Back onto the Conrad straight then for lap 3 into the final sector, and that Vet Power is going to help Sabre to hopefully get to the end of this straight in a good position to defend like last time. Stoke, which side is he going to have a look at going now? It looks like he's still going to maybe have a look at the outside. and that's going to allow Blake Boy again to just move on to the back. So top three very, very, very close with each other at the moment. And Broccoli Lover is also catching up, and I think Crucial Kid might have gone a bit whirly somewhere, or there's been a bit, or something's happened because he's dropped off slightly. Lap 4, Sabres still absolutely sailing it in first place, and I'm sure he's feeling the pressure and sweating it though, because Stoke is not going to give him any chance to breathe, much like Blakey Boy not giving Stoke time to breathe. Again, as I've said, some great racing on this track. This is exactly why I love it so much. And Blake's just going to put his nose out there, so Stoke's going to see him on the radar and just think for a second, hope he's not sending it, playing little mind games there, which is what we all love to do. Nothing better than sending someone and selling them on a move that you never made, just to take advantage elsewhere. Fast up the mountain again then. Slightly more inside line taken from Stoke. A little bump on the wall, but it's not going to affect him too much. He's got a great run there. And are they going to look at sending it side by side? No, they're not. I think it's better of it, and going to probably have a look at getting this overtake done, maybe on the Conrod straight, but I do think the Subaru is just being outperformed engine wise by the Corvette, although Sabre's going to go in very deep there, which is going to allow Stoke to be right on the back. So is he going to this time maybe go for a move? I mean, it doesn't look like there's much more difference from previous laps. The only thing is someone's going to get a super tow down here, because there's at least 4 cars now all fighting for first position down a very, very long fast straight. So how is this going to play out? Defensive again from Sabre. Is he going to manage to hold it one more time? Yes, he is, and he's going to hold it really well. And no position changes after that, but it does look like Blakey Boy is thinking about a dive down the inside. Stoke's going to have to go wide and give the room. It's got a bit squirrely there, and that is really going to hurt his exit, which is going to allow Blakey Boy to take second, and Stoke just holding for. No, he's unfortunate there, whether there was a bump there or he's got on the grass or the loud pedal too much. I don't know what's happened there, but unfortunately he's just got a really bad exit and fell towards the back of the pack. Now Crucial Kid is going to take Stoke's place, and there is still going to be 4 fighting for first. Things you love to see. Blakey Boy is getting very aggressive now. He's putting the pressure, and he's going to look at sending it down the inside on Cutter, and he does do, but it's really compromised Sabre there, which has put him into third, and Broccoli has absolutely jumped on that opportunity to just get into second place. Lap 5 of 6, so we are 1.5 laps left, and Sabre must be reeling after holding that position for so long, but he will still probably come back very strong. Do not count Sabre out yet. Down the mountain then, we've got Broccoli Lover hot on the heels of Blakey Boy, and this should be another fun run all the way down the straight. So let's see the power of these two cars. Blakey Boy is in the Jag like myself. I am slowly but surely managing to get onto the pack of these guys racing. I mean, they've spent 5 laps racing, which has allowed me to sort of get my head down and just try and catch back up. We've got defensive line there from Blakey Boy. Broccoli Lover's looking to stay on the outside. Great racing there from both of them as well, leaving each other just enough room, just enough to slide a piece of paper between them. And Crucial Kid is also looking to get in on the fun. And so am I, but just not enough. So final lap then. So now it's, in my head, was people are going to go for moves now, so I've got to be there to pick up on any mistakes to get a position. That's it. That's pretty much it, because down to speed, I'm not catching up. So let's see what's going on up front. Blakey Boy actually looks like he's pulling away and has got out of the tow. So Sabre looking to get back into second place. Just 1 lap later, and Crucial Kid is going all the way to Tokyo, and drifting around that corner, but it's cost him. I don't know if there was contact there between them, but that is unfortunate on the last lap. But that is what happens on these quick fire races, or any race. When you start getting towards the end and you're close, you start thinking you're going to have to do something if you want this position, and weigh it up whether it is worth it, and it's going to get you the position or potentially cost you the position that you already are. So always got to be thinking on the last lap then. And Brockulova is not letting go of Sabres. Sabre gets a little bit dirty on the track, on the side of the track, but nicely down the mountain, and has managed to hold the position. Good moves there from Sabre, but again, these two racing, and there is me following up behind, looking to snag a podium from any potential moves that might be made, because look at there's nothing between these two cars right now, so there's going to be some either ascend, which I imagine, but if Sabre can hold that line nicely, he's going to stop them getting on the inside, and he's proved every single lap this race that defending in this corner, you're not going to do it. Oh, he's gone out, he's gone to the outside, and Broccoli's thrown it in, but unfortunately, there it is, just gone off wide, and has allowed me to jump into a third place and inherit third, hot on the heels of Sabre, coming around the final corner. And Dan Blakey boy is going to win this one. Sabre is going to get himself back into P2, and I'm going to get myself onto the podium, which I'm quite chuffed with that one. It was a rough start, unfortunate for some drivers. Stoke, I think, once he had that few problem coming out of turn 1, I think that was it for him, unfortunately. Good racing from all. Moving on to the next race, it is Kyoto, and some awesome names showing up from the Red Line Racing League, as in previous races that we've done so far. So I'm going to jump on board with myself for this, because I was super proud. One of the things that I tend to do well on this game is get good starts. Not every time, but sometimes. No traction control for anyone. That is turned off. So, and as you can see, such a good start, and just going to try and an early break there from the American. I'm not too sure why he's done that. Maybe, as I've mentioned before, due to the starting straight away, no practice before race, so he's a bit unsure of the track. Might not be a track he does all the time. So yeah, up the S's, and Stoke. Well, that is just unfortunate for Stoke, but do not count him out yet, because he is still sitting in 5th place and 4th place, so it's not over for him in any shape or mean. He's done really well to actually just keep that. Someone else is eating shit down there, and I'm going to send it down on the inside and look to take 2nd place. And things I love to see. This is not one of my strongest tracks, but I really enjoy it because it's really nicely flowing. A real weak point for me is coming up for the hairpin. Dan Blakey boy hot on the heels of Stoke Jacko. Tony Mouse sitting in 3rd place, and myself 2nd, and Sergeant Eye Candy sitting pretty in number 1. We've got New Wave Sabre up in 8th. He's looking to make some gains. Eye Candy has just got on the grass and said hello to the barriers, and I have now inherited 1st place. So no more catching up. All about consistency and speed now. So I want to keep putting in lap after lap. Faster, I should get faster and faster. No practice here, so I don't think it's going to be consistently same laps. I think it's going to be attempt, something along those lines. Should be getting a bit quicker each time. So yeah, Stoke up into 3rd place now then. No messing around from him to get his position back, and he is he's coming very fast. So something that I need to think about, which I was keeping my eye on. Shout out to Stoke, he was the one who brought me into the Red Line Racing League, so I could be racing with a lot of these guys now, which has just massively improved my game as well. So thank you to Stoke and everyone else. And who's going to brake latest here, just to, you can see how late he is onto the brakes. Tony is now going to be sweating coming into the hairpin, and Stoke is probably going to look at a manoeuvre, whether it be on the inside or the outside. Is Tony going to defend? It doesn't look like there's much defence going on there. Stoke's just going to stay on him. He's probably looking for the straight and thinking that's his best time for the overtake. So this nasty quick right left then, which catches Sergeant Eye Candy again, unfortunately, and Crucial Kid just manages to give him a bit of space so he can get back on track. Tony's gone wide there, fortunately for him, but I think Stoke's just been sucked into that dirty air, and I think that's dragged him off as well. So Tony's actually got a really good exit there compared to Stoke, which has let him stay ahead. Up on with myself now in first place, still keeping it nice and tidy, no real threats at the moment. Lovely round the outside there from, I think that might be Crucial Kid or Sergeant Icon, I wasn't sure. Lovely move up the S's then, lovely fast sweeping turns, and this long left-hander, which if you nail it is a real nice section, and Stoke sends it down the inside and it's gonna hug the apex all the way around and just get a lovely exit then as well. So Tony might just get a bit of a toe, but I don't think he's going to outbrake Stoke in this one. And you can see how late he's breaking Stoke, and now he's on the hunt for me, and this was something that I wanted Tony to hold Stoke off for as long as possible, because we are on lap 3, towards the end of lap 3, granted, but that's 2 laps for 3 laps, maths, and I'm supposed to be homeschooling my child, 3 laps to make a move on me, which I think is going to happen. Someone else has gone wide there again. If you can see the difference here, Stoke goes really tight around the apex and I go in deep and come out for a straighter line. Which one works better is anyone's guess. You know, I think it really depends on the car and the race. For me, I tend to always go for the deeper lines. Maybe that's a downfall, I don't know, but I feel like it works for me, and I find it comfortable to have my car straight or coming into or out of an exit, just to stop any potential wobbles. Sabre, unfortunately, not having a good one at the moment, jumping back on board with Stoke, and again, he's definitely, I don't know, I mean, it doesn't look like there's much time being made. I mean, I'm in the 134s, and I imagine Stoke's probably about a second quicker in the 133s, so I do need to start, you know, getting some good laps in. I'm going to hit the apex for the exit here. It was a little bit thingy, but didn't carry as much speed as I could have through there. Times look alright then, so aiming for what I was saying, getting a bit quicker each time, although I am down slightly there, but not by much. So again, it's not going to end everything, depending on how quick Stoke's going right now, really. Coming again into the last section then of the 5th lap, and I feel like I'm just about holding ahead. That apex there, that chicane, I will get it. Hairpin is such a weakness for me, and that corner I can hit it, but I didn't hit it there. So that has allowed Stoke to make a bit of time on me. There's the wide line from me again, and tucking it in, whereas Stoke will come all the way tucked in, all the way around, and just get a nice exit anyway. So then, final lap inbound. Can I hold it together and get a win? Crucial Kid up in 3rd. Eye Candy doing very well after 2 horrible mistakes onto the grass in 4th place. Tony Mal just holding 5th. And New Wave Sabre coming really fast in 6th. And Brocky Lover up in 7th place. Lovely section. The whole track's awesome, to be fair. And I absolutely love my livery with the fluorescent yellow. The nod to the brawn. Livery on a Jaguar. Thought it'd look alright, and it did. So went with it, rolled with it. And now it's literally my favourite car in this game. Group 3 Jag. Not your friend when it comes to fuel though. So no real mistakes from myself there. It does look like Stoke is catching up, but as long as I can hold this to the end, there should be no reason I can't get the win in. That looked a bit wide again, but I've come round. So again, I'm on that hairpin. I'm going for a deeper line as well, going in later, coming out straighter. for the better exit. Again, not getting on the curb as much as I should be doing. I am a little bit timid of the curbs sometimes. I'd rather not take them and just stay stable, which, you know, over a lap can end up costing you, but rather that than Spinala. So, home straight for me then, and it looks like I'm going to get a win in the bag. Super proud of this one because there are some really competitive people in here. You know, unfortunate for those at the start of the race, but yeah, thoroughly enjoyed all those races. There will be more to come. A lot of most of these races are from Sabres Twitch stream. I will leave the link below as well for his stream. Thanks all for watching. If you could hit that like button as well for me, I would really appreciate it. Peace out, guys.